Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. I say good morning and then I realise that you probably will not see this in the morning, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do today is some time ago I made this lovely little journal and it's one of my favourites. I made a second one. You can go back and have a look. There's this one, and then there's the one with the golden lady on the lady in the golden dress on the front of the other one. So there's small journals, 4x6, I believe. Let me just double check. Well, not quite. This one, the other one was 4, but well, yeah, no, it is actually with the paper sticking out. 4x6. Yeah, it's 4x6 and they're just really, really lovely to make. I'll just give you a really quick flip through in case you haven't seen it, because I know I've got lots of new subscribers. So it's this paper I'd had for a long time. It's Japanese paper and I'd had it for a long time. I had one sheet left, so I used it. And this is Ruby and Pearl, digital, this antique laces. It's one signature and it's bound in using twine. I like that method, just especially something small like this. So it's just meant to be a little keepsake diary notebook thing. And not sure what I've done here. Yeah, that's supposed to go there, so that goes there, and then this. There's a little dried flower in there. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, so it's just full of pretty things, basically. Some laces, little flowers, different papers. They're all, I believe, they're all Ruby and Pearl XO. Got a little pocket there, some embossed paper, different size papers, a little envelope embossed there. This is the centre. I've got some of, oh no I haven't, I was going to say I've got some of that to use. So really, really pretty. This is my favourite page with some antique lace there, and it's stitched onto some grungy fabric there. A little tab, and then this is sort of a little fold out. So inside I've got part of an envelope, which is a vintage envelope from when I lived abroad. Somebody sent letters to me, and that's one of them. Actually, I might get some more out to use, and that just goes in there, a little tag. And then this opens up and it's a little book that, little, you know, a few sheets of paper in there. And then the back lifts up like that, and you've got another dried flower in there, a little pocket. Flip up some writing space, and then you've got this little pocket here with the other part of that envelope, and it's dated 1989, and then this tiny tag just made out of scraps and that just pops in there, and that's got some tulle on it as well. So that is one of my favourites. I absolutely adore it, and that's what I thought I would do today. So I found this. I was looking through my boxes of things and I found this. I think I'd intended it as part of a book, you know, making a journal or something. Now, I'm going to use this as my cover, I think. And what I want to do though is just cut down some of these, this flap or this area of because I don't think it will serve me well when I'm trying to put things in the pocket. I think it will rip. I'll try and get them around about the same. I could have measured it, couldn't I, against each other. need to be careful there. So yeah, so that just makes the pocket more accessible. Whereas on this side, you know, it might have some difficulty. So this is just 2 envelopes put together. They're craft envelopes, as you can see, put together. I'm not taking much off here, just, as I said, I'm just trying to make sure that, I mean, they probably have to be reinforced anyway at some point. If they look like they might be a bit of an issue. Yeah, there we go. So happy with that to start with. And let's see now. So I want to cover the back. I want to make it pretty. Let's have a look in here. I quite like this. It looks very autumnal, that's the only thing. I want something a bit... I don't think I'm going to find anything in here, but you never know when you look in magazines and things. You never know, something interesting might pop up. I'll definitely be making use of these images. I love that. Love that. Oh, how big is that? That's about the same size. I'm going to cut that out. Yeah, yes I am. I'll rip it first. Let's see. Because I do love let me just flip it this way. I do love textiles, so I might do this in the... I was going to do sort of a floral theme, but I might do it in a bit of a different theme. Right, so these two, I might use these two, but I'm going to separate them because I don't think they'll work like that because of the... I'm going to have to cut that off now. Well, I don't want to. Let me just see if I can rip it off. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Just see if I can rip this bit off. No. Okay, well, if I cut it like this, it still gives it that look, I think. I'll give it a ripped look, I think, she said. Not quite, but that's okay. Happy with that. And this one, I'm just going to rip a little bit of this off, or cut it off rather. I love this. Okay, and then I can use some ink to ink around it. Where's my ink? Now, the other thing is, I'm going to have to put some fabric along there anyway, so that will be quite nice. So this, you know, it doesn't have to be anything special. It can be whatever you want it to be. White edge. I don't want that. It's quite sturdy paper as well, so that's good. That's a good thing. So I do love using magazines and things in my journals. I like the digitals, don't get me wrong, I love them. I think they're stunning. I was looking on Etsy last night at my favourites, you know, digital creators. And I was going to buy some, but I fell asleep. So I didn't buy any, but I will. Love, love, love it. This is gorgeous. I mean, that should be maybe be on the front. What about that? I'm thinking that, you know, I think it's got more of an impact. The only thing is I love the book with the, it's more sort of, it's my type of thing, I suppose, being, you know, having an apothecary and a book lover, sort of everything included in there. So for those of you who don't know, I have an apothecary called The Still Room. I'm on Instagram as The Still Room Keeper. You're welcome to look me up. I'm also on Facebook as The Still Room, I believe. There we go. Now, which one shall I have? This one. And that one. I'm going to put this one on. Okay, so again, for anyone who's new, I use these envelopes that I get a lot of. If you buy things from Amazon, you will know. Loads of them. And I use a lot of them, or well, I did. I don't use so many nowadays, but yeah. So I have a lot of them. Even that's nice on its own. And so rather than using book page, which a lot of junk journalers do, I use these. They come in handy because you can use them over and over again. They dry, the glue dries very quickly on them. So that's perfect. Right, okay, let me get my bone folder. And there we go. And I like that a lot, and I can add things to that as well. So I'm going to think about where I'm going to put this, because I quite like the idea of it being inside, but I also like the idea of it. So I'm going to have a look, see if there's anything else we want. It's of a similar size. I love the smell of this book as well. I mean, like, that's almost perfect. I'm going to have that. Let's see what's on the other side first though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, I think yeah, because it looks like a frame. It looks like it's framed actually. So if I just cut out, no, rip here to here. Actually, I want to rip to there. And yeah. Okay. Sorry. Hopefully to get this out. There. Good. Good, good, good. Right, let me just put that away for a minute. Love, love, love. I'm going to have to cut that down a little bit. It's too... Ooh. Let's have a look. So it's bigger than that. Well, which bit do I want to use? Okay. Need to get it straight. Good, good. Okay, so that's going to go on the back. Love that. So that's my pages, and then what I'm going to do is, well, my hairs are on there, so I need to put some fabric over the top. I'm just wondering which fabric to use. So where are my fabrics? Right, here they are. So these were free with the book that I just showed you. So I could use some of that, you know, to have. I've got some stripey here. Wouldn't that be lovely? I might go for this. In fact, I'm going to. So I just need about that much. So I don't need a lot. And well, let's see to there. I'll try to follow the line of thread. I saw somebody do a really good trick recently, and they pulled, I can't remember who it was, might have been Sasibo. They pulled a line of thread out to where I'm being careful because I will want to use the rest of this fabric for something else. So I know I'm being a bit cautious there, but yeah, so that will go like that. And I think that works really well. Let me just take off a little bit here. And I might pull some threads, because I think it will look better with some pulled. Quite often it does. And that will go on there. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't sort of take away anything. I'm going to cut this little crinkly edge off. I'd prefer both sides to have the same type of edging. I know it's a bit pernickety of me, but sometimes I'm like that. Okay, right, so I'm going to glue this on with glue stick. I don't think I need anything heavier. Personally, I don't think I do. You might disagree, but time will tell. Pull some of them out. Oh, didn't mean to take that many out. Never mind. I think it looks better anyway, so happy. It's not straight. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the glue stick will keep it in place, and then I'm going to be you know, sewing it in. So okay, good. So that's good. I want to embellish the front because it's very plain, and I want something a bit more you know, interesting, as well as, you know, I want something a little bit more pretty as well. So I want to put something in there, maybe embellish it with some flowers, something like that. So, because it's quite dark, but I do love it so far. Happy with it so far. So the next thing I need to do is look for pages, or create pages for the inside. Ideally, if you're new to junk journaling, ideally you wouldn't bend it over until it's dry. But I'm happy with it as it is. So, right, so let's have a look. Now I could use that as a page, and I think I will. So that's one page that could, and what I can do with this is, you know, decorate it. Just have bits peeking out. So, you know, if I want some of this peeking out, I can have that, and that's a lovely colour. So that's my first page, and I'm happy with that. Or a page, and I might have to cut it down actually, rip it down, that's okay. Second page, I'm going to use this. This is old grid paper. A jotter, a school jotter or something. Got that. Think about that. Got this, which again is, they all seem to be fold that over. So I might trim some down. That's already been folded over for something else. So little French book page. And then, as I said, I want some colourful put that in, I think. Yeah, why not? I can always reprint it out. I do need, I don't know if I want to put that in. That's an old book page, it's very fragile. Let's see, just put the lid back on this for a minute. Right, I think I need more papers, so I will look for some more. Can't have too many in here, but let's see. Let me just check, see what I've got. Ow. See if I've got anything in here. It's quite full. Definitely got things in here. It's just a case of whether I want to use them or not. Lots in here. Yeah, I think okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Right, so we've got, I'm going to use that. I'm going to put that in. And I think I'm going to put that in, but I don't know if I'm going to use it to embellish. Definitely going to use that. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, but let's see. Well, that could be a page actually, so I will put that in as it is. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, how many pages have we got? We need to start putting them together. I think we've got enough now. I think it would be nice to have, no, it's okay, just use whatever in between. That. That's very dark, but that's I'm going to be covering it, so going to fold this and see. I quite like it as it is, but maybe I need to put it somewhere else. Beginning to wonder about that brown this, because I've probably got brown paper elsewhere. What about there? Right, let's have a look then. We've got so many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could do with a couple more, I think. Definitely. I want some of this, I think. I want something a bit prettier. The problem I've got is that it's not, well, let's put this in. Yeah, let's put it in because, although it's going to look a bit strange, I think. No, let's put it in. I need colour. There. And then we can decorate. And I did wonder about this one. This is, I want the brown paper in, but I just, yeah, let's put it in. Just gonna even it off a little bit. Let's put it in here, and then I will do something with it. Okay, there we go. Right, that's enough. I think that's enough. I can feel it's enough. I was going to say, shall I use some of there? Oh, there's some papers here. There's some writing on. Yeah. So these belong to this French book. Somebody's written on them. So let's use one. I think that will go nicely. Thank you very much. Put that in there. Maybe not there. It's nice to have something colourful. There's your front page. Oh, My stomach's rumbling. I love that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good, good, good. We've got everything in. It's looking good. I like the fact that it's, look at that. I love it. And I love this now. I wasn't sure at first, but I love it now. Right, so I'm going to move. This will go on one of the pages because I do feel it's beautiful. And I think it will, you know, it could go there, for example. Or there. And how gorgeous is that? Okay, good. Well, let's see now. Let's sew it in. I think, let me just check. So I've done my cover. I'm going to decorate that, and I will decorate on the back here. And now I need to sew these in. Now I think I'm going to do the same that I did on the others. I'm going to use some of this. So I'll show you what I do. Got the middle. Actually, I could just use my awl. Where am I awl? It should be in here. I'm going to use my awl. I don't want them all perfectly lined up. I want them in different positions. So let's see. In the middle. Actually, that's yeah, I have it in the middle. I'm going to bring that down and have that there. Yep, like that. And I'll bring that one down a bit. Okay, perfect. There we go. So now back to the middle. And I'm going to use I'm not even going to measure where I'm going to have them. I just want to, well, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to go somewhere like this. There. I'll do it again. Yep, that's good. And then here. Good. And then there. And there. Good. Right, okay, so I've done my, oh, now I need to get, oh, now that's a good point. Where are my needles that I use? These are just cheapy ones, so I'm not sure. And I don't know where my needle case is. I can't think where it would be. Did it? Phew. Okay. Like this. Through there. Pull it through. through. Hopefully I haven't ripped anything. Oh, you silly Billy. And then through there. There we go. Right, I've got far too much on the needle, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this through here like that, because I don't need that much. And I'm hoping that this will be enough for the other side, so I don't have to rethread my needle. I should have thought about it, but I didn't. But hopefully it will be fine. So then I need to go back through with my, to create the holes, the visible holes. Like that, just to create the holes, make them more visible again. Right, here we go. Hang on, am I doing it right? No. Am I? Yes, I am. Through there. And then out through there. Good. So, and I've made myself short on one side, but I'm hoping that it won't matter, because all I'm going to do is just tie it in a knot. Not doing anything fancy, just a knot like that, and the same on this side, and I can cut off any extra. Because, you know, these pages are not going to come out, pretty sure of that. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so take that off, Julie, and cut the extra off. It's nice to have a little bit, maybe. There we go. Love it, love it. So it's a lovely little book so far. Really happy with it. And we've got something to work with. I don't mind pages sticking out further. Right. Let's see. Now we could do some decorating on here. We could leave it as it is. But I think that this seems to go very well with that. This, I definitely want to cover this up. So I need to decide how I'm going to cover that up there. But I don't think I want to use that. Not that, and not that, and not that. So what do we have? No. No. That. No. Yes, I think I'm going to use this because I like the collagey effect. Let me just double check where it goes. Like this. Yeah, I like the collage. I don't see why I couldn't. Wrap that over there. No, definitely not. Okay, so get that off. Now, what I don't want is white. I don't think I want the white showing through, but that's okay. I can cover that up and do that. Okay, right. Glue. Decision made. And then I will just cover or rip off the top bit that doesn't quite work, because I don't want white at the back of that paper. It just doesn't look right. Go. Here. Forgot what I was doing then. So when I put this on, I want it to be, you know, to not show on the other side. I'm not bothered if it's a bit skewy at all. I don't mind at all. Oops, got a bit of glue there. Right, now what I could do is fold that over there. Like that. Or I could have ripped it. Yeah, I could have ripped it. I'll probably rip it actually. Oops. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to rip it, so I'm not playing ball. There we go. Okay, good. So happy with that. And then I can do something on that page there. Oh, there's glue all over that. Okay. Just gonna rip that off. I maybe could have just ripped off some of these edges, because I don't particularly like the cut edges, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll just rip a bit there. Okay, good. And then I want to cover this off. I love that. This is, I think I was thinking that for that page. Let's see what else we have. We have these are ruby and pearl images. Yeah, I like using these. You can write on them, you can stamp on them, there's all sorts of things you can do. So like that. Yes, and I'm going to ink it if I can find my dauber, because yeah, how quickly the desk becomes messy. This seems to have black on it. I think I've got the wrong dauber. Because it seems to have like a black colour on it. It should be brown. Never mind. I've obviously used it for something else, and then yeah, it's almost burnt. Looks burnt. Like it. Let's get that on. Put plenty of glue on. Oops. So all I'm doing is just decorating the pages, but also making them yeah, I mean, I'm decorating them, and you can write on, hopefully you know you've got something to work with like that. So, you know, just different looks. I feel like I just want to add something like that. Not that. I mean, it seems a bit pointless covering a page like that with a page like this. I have limited myself a little bit with the papers. I could add a bit of that on top. It's a bit grey looking. So I think I'm going to add some of this. Okay. Let's add this. I'm tempted to add that, like that. Because it goes well with that, rather than that. Although that goes well with that. And you'd be able to write on that, but I like... I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the back. There, I'll use that. Okay. I'm not sure now, because I think that just goes perfectly with this. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on like, that's good writing space, but I'm gonna put it on that way. Yep. I'm not keen on the bright yellow stripe, you know, border thing going on. Oops. No, I don't mind it being ripped. Like that. I don't mind that you can see underneath. Yeah, I think I'll leave that off for now. Good. Good. So that's I mean, I've still got the yellow border, but it does match with that. So there, I've decorated that. This is fine, don't need to decorate, don't need to decorate that. Nope. I mean, I do want it eclectic, if you know what I mean. I want an eclectic look. I do have a lot more papers. I'm really limiting myself here, and I shouldn't. So I might put that somewhere. There. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. Like that, and that will just give some interest. Rip the bottom off there as well, and I think that works. It will give some interest. You can see the writing behind it. I'm not going to ink it this time. I don't feel I need to, but it gives it something, and it also links the other page that I did with using the same, and also it goes with this. Yep, there we go. Good, good, good. Like it. So we're doing well. We're doing very well. Take that off. Don't need that. Now we have got. We used that one, so why don't we use this one somewhere here? So I'm just going to rip it out. Just using up papers that I've had sitting around for some time. I don't know if this will work, but let's try. Yeah, it did. And there. Okay, not straight, but never mind. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this one. Actually, I'm going to rip that. I don't like it's too straight. Oh, how annoying. And I'm going to ink it. I really do need to find my other dauber. Because this is far too dark. It's black. Well, I didn't identify a page. Have a look. Love this book already. Was it that? I think it might have been, but I think I want, oh no, let's put it there. Yes. So, you know, it just, you can make it, you know, full of laces and pretty like that. I might do that, but at the moment I'm just sort of adding pages that will, you know, sort of enhance what we have here. because I feel that, oh, that's really dark underneath. I'll rip that bit off. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll rip that bit there. There we go. Like that. And I will probably add something to it. Well, I think I've made a start. I've made a good start. I think, you know, I've been here long enough, probably too long, and I can carry on working in it and put on, you know, bits on the front. But let's have a look at it and just move some of this. And I will search out more papers. Oh, I still want to add that, but I just love that so much. I don't know where to put it. Absolutely stunning. It does go nicely on there, mind you. Yeah, well, let's see. I'll just move these over. It's nice to use a limited supply, but also it's good to be, you know, to have a nice variety as well. So whatever works for you, but I'm happy with that. I think it's cute. Cute. Right, let's have a quick look. So we've got that page, we've got a pocket there. I will add more pockets. Probably add something there because it's a bit, you need something. There. It's not pretty, is it? Some of it is, but generally speaking it's not. But I do like it. I like the pages. Love that. Like the binding. Love the different coloured, you know, the different tones in sort of a paper. That coming off. There and there, and I'm happy with that so far. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just goes to show you can use all your bits and create something quite interesting, and you know, you can add whatever you want to it, just make it more interesting, more, you know, something you can add ideas in. It could be a little ideas book. Could be anything. A little notebook to somebody who you could make it pretty and give it to somebody as a gift. That's too bright. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to have something to eat. I'm really hungry. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will be back very soon with more stuff. Oh dear, that was not good. There we go. Okay then, so take care everyone. Bye for now.